so true.
Hey.
We'll learn how to put a background up eventually.
Howdy.
Good evening.
Good evening, good sirs. Good evening, good sirs.
How the hell are y'all?
Whew. A little tired, but good.
I'm sleepy.
Don't forget to, when you get a chance, congratulate Mr. Jeff Kennedy of the Kennedy Effect on seven whole years, bringing us the.
We did. We were congratulating him on Rules of Inquisition earlier.
Yes. The good soul. So tonight should be a rockin' good time. Hey, SZ. Today should be a rockin' good time. We're gonna have Pastor Gia on again. We're gonna talk a little Sean Hannity, and I got a little extra information to sprinkle in regarding his announcement.
That he's left the Catholic Church
Again. This should be fun. Let's see. What was I looking for? Okay, there we go. Whew. Everybody's straggling in today. What have you been up to other than a couple shows today, Mr. Gambit?
Oh, nothing really. Just trying to keep my sanity together.
So Gambit. Gambit.
Yes, sir.
Remember to We It Is?
Yes.
And we thought that they had moved to another location that was smaller and all of that stuff. Well,
Yeah.
they moved to they actually have a bigger location, and it is 100 times better.
Really?
Yep. I thought I had sent you the video I took when I was going to pick up some DoorDash, but yeah, it don't seem like they're rushing people out and all of that, so because they got space and they got fancy tables and chairs and stuff.
Maybe we'll have to give them a second try.
Maybe we will.
And it doesn't look like these floors at the new place are going to be slippery, so maybe I won't slip and slide off. Because that first time I was like, "Why am I sliding?" I had on tennis shoes. I felt so disrespected. Like, and why am I the only one sliding around?
I will let you know in advance. They still have Batman, Deadpool, and whoever else was there, but they're like over in the corner by the pickup area and the cereal bar and.
Hey, that's I wasn't arguing with that. It was just.
Oh, I'm glad that I now know that there is this, because I was so mad that I didn't see the cereal bar until after I ordered. Oh, George, no worries. We were at the end of the Kennedy Effect anyway. It was a rocking good time having, the Taz Effect invade the Kennedy Effect again, and more people were informed that I may or may not have glass slides at the back of the air conditioner. Hello, Angry. How are you today?
What's up, twin?
So we got Pastor G again. and we're going to talk Sean Hannity, amongst other. It's Pastor Gia. We may not go completely off the
All right. What's up, Chaos?
What's
How
up,
you
the
doing, bro?
angriest IT nerd on the East Coast? I'm good, bro. How you doing?
I'm hanging, man. I'm hanging.
Hey, man.
Hey,
Hey, man, if you wasn't hanging, I'd call you Vienna.
Wait a minute. Which George wants to know which Batman suit was that? Ooh wee. I can't remember.
I
I
think
think
it was.
it
I think
wasn't
it was
Clooney.
No, I think it was
And
the
it wasn't from the Dark Knight. So
no, I think it was from the first one from
that was the Michael Keaton one. So now
I thought it was Keaton's, but
yeah.
hold on. Let me check my videos.
But I wasn't there. I wasn't
because
physically
I'm
there the
pretty
last
sure
time.
it had the gold
It did.
emblem in the middle.
Yeah, I think George. I think it was the
did.
1989 Batman, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Chaos has the actual footage. He was the last one to go. But yeah, now that I know that they have the cereal bar, because I was like, I ordered this other stuff. Y'all got cereal?
And I think it's on the phone I'm using up there. But I'll send it to you, Gambit, once we get off.
Yeah.
So this will be the first show with my new. I'm gonna call it the Nana J setup. I have to move it over to this side because I kept bumping into it with the chair over here. So, yes.
All right.
And there's a new, pink mic for my faux ASMR. And somebody asked me why I don't do ASMR. I don't. First of all, I think that's weird that y'all tune in just to listen to people like that. Two, technically, I read to y'all every day. That's enough ASMR. Pay me for that. I'm working on the Arkham Knight version. I like that version, George. I like the Arkham Knight version.
Yeah.
I am oddly freezing all of a sudden. And I don't know how my sweater got turned. Which way you loose? Oh, okay. I'm shedding into the sweater too. That's not good. Oof.
That's quite alarming.
What's on your phone?
Woo! Okay, wait a second. Oh, hair sticking to my lip gloss. Oh my goodness.
You're just a flurry of problems.
I'm just falling apart.
having a little bit of problems. Need some help. A little bit of help.
Ooh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's whichever one had the gold belt in the front.
That was definitely Keaton.
I have 3D plans,
But
for
it's the black emblem up top, so I'm kind of thrown off.
Has a gold belt, but just a black emblem on top. That's bailing.
But yeah. And I swear for God, y'all that are watching, send me another email about the mayo ice cream. I'm gonna pull up y'all addresses, and then I'm gonna pull up and we're gonna fight. I like mayo, but I don't like mayo that much.
At least you didn't get sent the caramel made from cow manure.
I'm gonna go get something to drink. Y'all talk amongst yourselves because that's some.
So listen, I
told SZ I was gonna fight him.
Said SZ. Look here, man. Don't be sending me no shit like that no more, man. Literally, no shit like that, man.
And I'm sending it to you now, Gambit.
The Infernal, it was caramel made from manure.
Made from cow manure.
Cow manure. Excuse me. Yes.
Let's get it straight. Cow manure.
Excuse me. Yeah.
And they had to go through about 30 different processes to make it into caramel. I'm like, ew.
Chaos, are you in the Sound of Coffee Discord?
I am, sir.
Okay. So you saw that picture.
Yeah.
What picture?
Oh, here, I can pull it up again.
Oh, hold on, wait, hold on. I just sent you the video of who it is and smashed smothered potato. That's the new name or something. Just sent it to you just a second. But they moved over on Cottage Grove.
Huh. No. Where was it? Where'd it go? There it is.
We're done talking about caca caramel.
Yep.
Thank you. I timed that perfectly.
Go to the Discord right now as we speak.
No, you can just look at your screen.
Is that what Way to Go body look like? That booty coffee. Booty cat. I'm still waiting on my hoodie to arrive. That and my Surviving Carlos hoodie. Way to go! Way to go with the tiny little dad bod shaped fellow.
Smooth, rich, and a little hairy.
Ew.
Lord Jesus. Not the Jesus. Did I hold on?
Oh shit. And I don't need caramel shit.
So it's not a herd of Doritos Infernal? How was that? A butterfly? I thought it was Doritos too.
What are you talking about?
Discord chat.
Which Discord?
General.
Mine or Sound of Coffee?
The Sound of Coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh,
I'm not sure anymore. Way to go.
Way to go. Whoa. That's not Doritos?
No.
They're Dorito shaped. They would get dipped in some salsa.
God Minus Zero officially releases in theaters on November 6, 2026. Okay, Thomas, you got to come to Chicago so we can go see that. I know you're listening somewhere.
Yeah, he said he would be watching. I don't think he was completely trusting me taking the reins tonight.
Godzilla Minus Zero.
I mean, first of all, I was very well behaved on the Kennedy effect. No matter what George says.
100% Arabica beans, premium and pure. Roasted to perfection. Booty good every morning. Wake up, show off, meow. Ground and whole bean. Cat booty coffee.
George said, yes, I was for a pair of boring white guys. You all were wonderful. We did have one person try to call in at the end, but we had less than 5 minutes left. So, and it wasn't
Cheeky
Randall.
flavor Gambit.
Yay.
Cheeky flavor.
Cheeky
Cheeky attitude. Bold flavor. Zero apologies. Life's too short for coffee to be bad and boring bucks. A licky boom boom down. I'm gonna learn how to put up a background.
Good. She found the soundboard.
Well, I knew where the soundboard was. It's just that I'm usually on like comment duty.
You know what, Gambit? I just realized there's a cat's ass next to the coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that on the shirt too. Okay. Well, George, that just means that I need to come back so you can wear the man baby shirt. And I'm still working on the boober eats. And I don't know if anybody as far as GCPR got a chance to hear the opener for Pastor Gia that I did. I kind of like it. Thomas must be watching WrestleMania. He's watching us. We are the main event, darling.
Somebody said WrestleMania was ass.
Last night was.
Last night it was.
Yeah, they said last night was.
Last night was cat booty coffee.
Cat
Cat booty
okay, y'all about to make me start calling coffee Louis is actually really good.
We'll never
next time I try it, I am going to
and
do some
cookie
cookie butter cold
So
foam.
twin, you know what? Yeah. They also make caramel out of poop too. So, but I'm not trying that.
What is it called, honey?
Cat booty coffee.
I have to be used to it because I am the one that will take the biggest. Well, no, because Mr. Chaos here, he's tried some pickle combinations that I'm not doing, like the pickle candies. No,
There's still some of those left.
So,
I know because you keep every so often you remember you try to get me to no. I'm pretty sure it's on the shelf that I can't reach for good reason.
No, you can reach the shelf.
And I'm going to deep fry my Pringles pickle.
It's not a Pringles pickle. It's a sour cream and onion, but you can say Pringles if you want to.
Yeah. Matinee Wild, Cope Luwak, coffee beans, medium roast, whole bean beans, civet coffee, sustainably sourced from Vietnam. Yeah. And I love a good either Korean or Vietnamese coffee. That's my go-to, especially if I'm doing a pour over. Vietnamese coffee is the go-to for a good pour over. And a lovely trick of the trade is sprinkle just a little bit of Himalayan sea salt at the perimeter. Just sprinkle like a touch at the perimeter of your pour over, and make sure you rotate and you go into the middle and then back out from the middle. So lovely eating.
Cat booty coffee.
It's not cat booty coffee. What is it called, honey?
Cat booty coffee.
I usually have my beans before they get through the rear end of a furry creature. Yeah, you also you do realize you're drinking cockroach bits with your coffee too, since y'all want to make fun of me for enjoying a little.
Well, if you eating hot dogs, you eating rat poop. So yeah. Now we all even. Ruin something for me, I'll ruin something for you.
Yeah. When's the last time you saw me eat a hot dog?
Ma'am, you have buns in there, remember? Because you wanted to have hot dogs.
Oh, I put a lot of stuff in the buns. That don't mean that I want a hot dog.
You bought hot dogs, ma'am.
Yeah, turkey hot dogs. I did. I said, when was the last time you saw me eat a hot dog?
No. Whether it was a turkey or not, there's rat poop allowed.
Yeah, I understand that, but the hot dog buns being in there don't have nothing to do with me wanting a hot dog.
But you bought hot dogs.
Me buying the hot dog buns currently have nothing to do with me wanting hot dogs.
There are hot dogs in there.
I didn't buy those. Are not my hot dogs.
You did.
Those are not my hot dogs. Those are your brother's.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Oh, brother. You got too much dip on your chip.
I need a background.
Okay, we got 4 minutes. Would you like for me to come help you?
I don't know if you
change
can.
your avatar. Okay, well then don't have a background.
What did you say about my avatar?
I said you got an avatar up there. How?
Well, yeah, because I know how to change the profile picture. I mean, the rest of it is Greek to me.
Here
I am part of the
Here she comes to save the day.
Computer less savvy.
Here she comes to save the day.
So she's doing it instead of showing me how to do it, y'all.
Here, don't have a background. Jesus Christ!
You
start the show.
You couldn't walk me through it instead of
Well, hopefully, our guest for the night will be joining us shortly. I hope.
Oh, hey, Angry.
Hey.
Did you just know? Oh my goodness!
I see you changed yours too.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't want to be left out. I want to be part of the cool crowd that changes backgrounds.
I mean, you kind of like a cross between Dr. Doom and Swamp Thing. Sir, that was not cool. That was not cool.
Oh my goodness. All right. It's 9 o'clock. You know what time it is. Good evening. And thank you for joining us for the Villain's View. And for those listening in over the okay. I'm gonna stop laughing. Okay. Whew.
Yeah, I should probably go check the chat on the old tube of views. I'm sure somebody's cut me out by now.
Ain't nobody cussed you out.
I mean, George has a point. I mean, it's faster, that she just did it. I mean,
I mean, technically.
I know. I mean, I know it's you'd rather be taught how to fish than rather be given a fish. I get it. I know. All right, but 4 minutes, this is not.
You know what? Ain't nobody asked George nothing.
Anybody
asked George.
As I said, good evening and thank you for joining us here at the Villain's View. For those listening in over the radio airwaves, thank you for tuning in at GCPR.live. And for everybody else all around the social media sphere, hey, how y'all doing? How your mama doing?
Hey.
And tonight we have Mr. Cat Booty Coffee himself that disappeared from the screen, General Gambit. Say hello to the people.
Hello, peoples. How are you today? Ow.
And then we have my twin. Where
Rest,
have you
rest
been?
in peace, my shin.
Oh my goodness, the angriest IT nerd of them all, as we are about to hold a funeral for Gambit's shin. Say hello to the people.
Hello to the people, and insert cool tagline here. Insert new shin for Gambit there.
Thank you.
We are gathered here together for a wonderful send-off to a great shin, the greatest shin had a wonderful run with General Gambit. And on Sunday, April 19th, he went on to a better place.
The upper room for his lower leg.
And filling in for our wonderful, great brutalist of the Villains Guild, we have Mr. ChaosKing. Say hello to the people, please, darling.
One of these kids is not like the other. One of these kids doesn't have a background. One of these kids is not like the other. Can you guess which one?
Could have had a background, but you was doing too much complaining.
Don't be trying to copy me, sir.
Yours was a lot cooler.
That's my thing. That's my thing.
Yours was a lot cooler. Insert cool catchphrase here.
So that's my thing, mocking people like that and don't be trying to copy me.
Sir,
I was going to make a Superman prop for ChaosKing, but that just went out the window. His favorite character is Batman.
I would chase you and try to catch you, but lately I got a no call, no show hip. So me and Taz like twins right now.
No, we're not twins.
Oh shit!
It kind of feels like it went. Oh, we ain't twins. Oh, okay. One's a twins. Power back to
Look here. Right, a couple days ago, you would have had me because my ankle was killing me. Now it's better now. So look.
Oh, I couldn't have caught you then because my hip been like. I stood up. I got ready to stand up the other day, and it was like sit down. I was like almost hit the floor.
Everybody just falling apart.
So look here, man. If we would have gotten into something, it'd be like two senior citizens battle royal.
We'd have been laying there kicking our legs at each other. Stop it!
And chasing each other around the hub around.
You quit kicking
like
me.
A geriatric slap fight.
You quit kicking. You quit kicking me.
Old man fight.
Stop hitting me. You stop hitting me first.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the big news of the week that we're going to talk about is Mr. Sean Hannity. I'm gonna bring everybody full circle, and then we're gonna open up the floor because this gonna be a doozy. And I had to go down the rabbit hole because I was like, wait a minute, Tassie Farms remembers something that I believe everybody else has forgotten. But I got a clip and I got 2 articles to bring everybody up to speed, and then we're gonna get in this. Okay.
Now, I do want to shift gears with a message to the Vatican tonight, specifically to Pope Leo, who has openly condemned America's war in Iran while seemingly enjoying a public fight with President Trump. First, let me give some context. Like millions of Americans, I was raised Catholic. I went to Catholic school for 12 years. I even attended a seminary in high school, studied theology, Latin, went to Mass daily. But as of today, I no longer consider myself a Catholic. Where are the pointed words for Iran, this evil regime, the #1 state sponsor of terror, the people that murdered 45,000 innocent protesters? Not a peep from Pope Leo. Iran is now set to, literally have 4 more protesters and hang them and kill them, including a woman. Nothing from Pope Leo. Iran oppresses women. Nothing from Pope Leo. Tortures them, rapes them, kills them. Nothing from the Pope. Iran backs terrorists in Iraq and Beirut who have killed Americans for decades. Nothing from Pope Leo. Iran drops bombs on holy sites and neighborhoods all over Israel, densely populated areas like Tel Aviv, and Pope Leo has not bothered to call them out by name. And while the Pope condemns all nuclear weapons, especially on the anniversary of Hiroshima, I don't think we had a choice. Same with Nagasaki. It did end a war, did save a lot of American lives. He doesn't seem interested in ever referencing Iran's unrelenting pursuit of them. And I have a question for the Pope. Is it the right or wrong thing to prevent radical mullahs in Iran, again, the #1 state sponsor of terror, from ever having nuclear weapons? Today, President Trump raised this very important question. Take a look.
Well, I want him to preach the gospel. I'm all about the gospel. But I also know that you cannot let a certain country, which is a very mean-spirited country, have a nuclear weapon. If they did, they would use it.
The president is correct. The Pope is wrong on so many levels. Perhaps Leo's judgment is clouded. After all, he has an old Twitter account. And by the way, it is riddled with anti-Trump messages, including posts accusing Donald Trump of fueling racism and nativism, and other posts pushing for climate change and open borders. Ultimately, preventing Iran from getting a nuclear weapon is both moral and logical, and it could save potentially millions of lives. And we won't burden our children and grandchildren with a nuclear-armed terrorist state. Now, sadly, the same cannot be said for the leadership today of the Catholic Church.
Okay. Now, to expand on this again, keep in mind, Sean Hannity is 64. And he said that he was leaving the Catholic Church on April 16th during his primetime show. And he said, remember, and I quote, "I left the Catholic Church in large part due to the institutionalized corruption, and it was at the parish level to the bishop level, cardinals, and all the way to Rome." Now, he gave the impression that he was doing this because of the recent back and forth between the pontiff and Trump. But I need y'all to go back with me to December 10th, 2019. This comes from ChristianPost.com. Sean Hannity says faith is stronger than ever after leaving Catholic Church over institutionalized corruption. Popular talk show host Sean Hannity says that despite leaving the Catholic Church due to institutionalized corruption, his Christian faith and relationship with God continue to be the source of his peace, security, and fulfillment. In an interview with Ainsley Earhart, co-host of Fox and Friends and the host of Fox Nation's Ainsley's Bible Study that will be broadcast online Wednesday, Hannity opens up about his journey to finding God, his current religious beliefs, and why he loves the Christmas season. The host of The Sean Hannity Show reveals in a clip shared with the Christian Post that despite attending Catholic school for 12 years, he is no longer affiliated with the Catholic Church due to too much institutionalized corruption that has not been rectified. However, Hannity said his faith has gotten stronger as he's gotten older. "I would say I realize more than ever that I not only need, but I want God in my life," the 57-year-old author said, adding that science reflects the majesty and ingenuity of God. "I believe God created every man, woman, and child on this earth," Hannity emphasized, "and we, as human beings, will never, ever be able to understand the majesty of this creation. You think of how do you create universe without universes within universes? It's beyond any comprehension, and it all benefits beautifully." Now, I have noticed here recently that there are a lot of specifically white men recycling their own content, bar for bar, okay? Rhythm for rhythm, treble for treble, bass for bass. So for him to act as if this was just a recent epiphany and he actually left the Catholic Church and decided to embark upon Protestant Christianity as if it's going to make a difference. He did that in 2019. So is this going to be a every 5 business year type of thing?
I don't know about this whole Protestant Christian thing, because don't we serve the exact same God that the Catholics serve?
Yeah, it's not Christian.
Just throwing that out there. Also, maybe he can meet Dr. Googly Eyes over in Valhalla, because
that man is trying to update his Indeed profile because he about to get fired.
I swear for cheese and crackers. Also in that clip, I heard one thing that made me go, "Are you serious? Are you serious?"
What's that?
Where Doctor Jesus, the guy doctor in the photo.
I thought that was Dr. Jesus.
Yeah,
that's Trump. That's Dr. Trumpsis. We took a vote. It's Trumpsis. Dr. Trumpsis.
Oh,
Dr. Trumpsis. Okay. So
okay.
Dr. Trumpsis said, he loves the gospel.
Uh-huh.
He said he loves the gospel. But what was his favorite Bible book? Nobody remembers? 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians.
Then he held the Bible upside down. He was like, "This is the Bible with the Constitution that I changed a little bit, and the Bill of Rights that I changed a little bit too. Take a picture of me."
And I'm pretty sure.
It was 2 Corinthians, but he pronounced it 2 Corinths, so I don't think he got it right.
2 Corinths.
So I'm on top of all of that, holding the Bible upside down, saying his favorite Bible, and couldn't pick a particular verse that was his favorite, because you could have just said John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. He dressed up as Jesus in a photo and said he was a doctor. I don't think he knows the gospel, because he added the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, was it?
An altered version of the Constitution at that.
To the Bible, where the Bible says add nothing and take nothing away.
Well, listen, we know his favorite Bible verse is Austin 3:16.
Yeah. His favorite chapter in the Bible is the book is come from the book of Taco.
True.
Is that the book according to Pulp Fiction?
Oh no, that would be
no.
I thought that his favorite book. I thought he enjoyed the book of Sexalations.
No, that is a good
well,
book.
I mean, he does.
I like that one. That's right up there with the sins of Solomon. That's right up there with the sins of Solomon.
I believe the giggity is implied.
Where the Bible says, if you're rich and famous, they'll let you do anything. You can even grab them by the pussy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Ezekiel 26:18.
The sins of the righteous man is set by the sins of the iniquity of the evil man and the tyranny, blah blah blah. It beset on all sides, yada yada yada.
That's 25:17.
Oh, that's 25:17. My bad.
Yeah, no, we talking about 26:18. 26:18 says,
get it right.
So 26:18 says you can grab him by the pussy depending on how much money you got.
Yeah.
I can never grab anybody.
I can never grab
anybody. 26:18. That's Ezekiel 26:18.
My money.
I need Trump to
the book according to Trump.
I would like to just propose that all actual Christians,
I do.
Not Christian nationalists, okay, be able
to rise
up.
I caught that.
And hit Trump with the Book of Wisdom, which is a book. And joining us tonight is hailing from heart to heart on these here GCPR airwaves is our own Pastor Gia Clinton.
Hello.
Hello.
Discussing Sean Hannity.
Hello, welcome back, Pastor.
He has left.
Hello. God bless you guys.
Catholicism, but I was informing the fellas here that Sean Hannity had actually stated that he stepped away from Catholicism December 10th, 2019. And Chaos,
we'll see.
Go ahead, Chaos.
No, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt.
I'm saying Chaos pointed out that the Catholic God and the Protestant God is the same God. So you didn't have to cross the street.
as well as the Muslim God. The God Allah. Allah is just another name for God. My favorite book in the Bible is Glock 17.
Well, see, Infernal here says their favorite verse is, I come not in peace, but with
these nuts.
For those of y'all, some people were a little confused when I said that Trump needs to be introduced to the Book of Wisdom, because some people, I brought it up before, but there's more books. There's more books. There is a Book of Wisdom, and he certainly needs it, and possibly an exorcism. I don't know.
What he needs is for Death to stop playing with him, and slide him one of them special cheeseburgers. That's what he needs.
McDonald's, quit playing. So McDonald's, y'all need to quit playing with our emotions. All right.
Let's all come together. Dear Lord,
help us, cholesterol. You're our
we
only.
understand that you can use anything to be a bridge unto you. And you said that you will meet us where we are. And
meet him at McDonald's drive-thru.
And Trump is at Mickey D's, specifically looking at a double fillet of fish, a quarter pounder, a lukewarm Diet Coke.
Diet Coke.
All I'm saying is please touch that meal, Lord. Touch that meal.
Why?
Because
he had a
good
only
long run.
Why?
And the rest of us,
Why?
we tired, Lord. We tired. And
help us, high cholesterol. You're our only hope.
We would just like to put on our good Sunday best and have a wonderful presidential event at a cathedral just outside of Washington, D.C. And we would love for Trump to arrive in a horse-drawn carriage and just one of each of the military be there to help him up the steps and let him sit in the front of that cathedral, Lord. And hopefully let Obama speak.
How many
and we know that all things are
left?
possible through you. Therefore, in Jesus' name, may the church say, amen.
See, I know he can do it because I know he's all right. Come on, Lord, come through with the
wouldn't that be hilarious?
Trump reminds me of Pharaoh. I preached on this morning when the children of Israel, even after they saw that God had done all these miracles with the 10 plagues, that would have been enough. Of the first plague, they'd have been out. But
I mean, frogs is enough for me.
It took 10 of them, right? The frogs would have been over.
But then the lice.
Yeah. And then the death of the firstborn. So after he gets rid of them, the Bible says that the Lord hardened his heart again. And he said, you know what? I don't know who these people think they are, but we got to show them who the mightiest nation on earth is. And they went after them. The Bible says fire by night. Was it fire by night, cloud by day? So he used a ball of fire to keep them back. Yeah, to keep them back. So then Moses said to the people, the children of Israel, this is your last day. You're not going to see these people no more after that. When they were crossing the Red Sea, they actually gave chase in the Red Sea. And the Bible says that the wheels of the chariots begin to get caught so hard that they fell off. He couldn't made it no plainer.
Mm-hmm.
Then, the Lord spoke to Moses and said, stretch out your rod. He said, because now I want the sea to cover Pharaoh's army. And the Israelites turned and they saw the dead bodies washing up on the shore. So the one thing I learned about a Pharaoh, about a tyrant, a despot, is that he has an expiration date. Hitler had an expiration date. Mm-hmm. They all have an expiration date. And no matter who they are, how big they think they are, even Nebuchadnezzar got in and crawling on all fours like a beast. And he was the mightiest nation on earth. The king of Babylon, he had no rival. He ruled everything. So no matter how big you get, you still have to answer to God. The God that he probably doesn't believe in, because if he did, he'd have turned back. He'd have grabbed them wheels that had broken off his chariot, because right now he's in the middle of that Red Sea.
Well, let's not forget Trump's history. His only knowledge of the church was by way of his father, Fred Sr. And Fred Sr., unapologetically, a few times a year, would take his family to specifically prosperity preaching churches as a measure of protecting their newly found wealth. So that is Trump's equation to it. And because Trump has in recent years surrounded himself specifically with white evangelical nationalists, this is why we're getting an uptick in him speaking about getting into heaven, his doubts on doing that, and not really following the order of operations towards salvation. This is a man who was okay with people putting forth a GoFundMe to try to buy him entrance into heaven. I wish I was joking. I wish
it's sick. I can't stand the evangelicals.
Side note, I walked into Sunday school today, and before I can get my Sunday school book, I sat down, and the teacher was like, "Dumbass." I was like, "It was in the lesson, but it was in the lesson. It was in the lesson. The word,
she
the
would have
word,
got
dumb,
a lesson. She would
the,
have
the
got
word,
one.
no. The words dumbass. They were talking about. They were talking about the donkey that spoke. But it just happened at that moment. It was like dumbass, and I was like, "You said that with kind of vim and vigor. What the hell?" I'm like, "Anybody else got nothing else to say?"
Oh, Lord. What the? Oh my God!
She was waiting to be able to say that.
That was Renard. That was Renard.
Renard. Oh, well.
Are you waiting for it?
Yeah,
I had some
He's
deacons
waiting for
talking
that
it
day.
was right on time. He was like,
He's waiting for that day.
I'm gonna count the seconds till he sit down, dumbass.
Woohoo! My favorite story.
And Randy started looking on my face and started laughing out loud. Randy started looking on my face and started laughing out loud. I'm like,
I don't know what demon got into you, but I'm
up.
had these deacons escort you out right now.
it
Move
was
away
a
from these
deacon.
children.
So,
It was,
what you just say to me?
And Deacon Loan Shark Killer couldn't say the word, but you pray for a loan shark to die. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. She couldn't say the word ass in church.
That's some mighty prayers. I don't. You want me to pray for you? No.
What happened?
I see how your prayers end up, man.
I prayed over this bottle of water I'm giving to
And
y'all.
I'm not drinking it. Absolutely.
This right out.
The Lord will quench my thirst. He will reveal me and filleth up my cup. I'm not. No, I don't.
We got a fountain in the back or something.
Somebody pray.
Somebody said Pharaoh can only be played by Yul Brynner. It is the truth. And what a walk he had. Ooh, and that bald head. Go ahead, Lord. Yul Brynner was fine. He was a gorgeous, gorgeous man. I was like,
now,
that Mike Wallace made me moist.
Now I want to segue to this story that also came out this week. Because Pastor Jen, you do, deal with relationships, etc. For those that don't know, Married Mary is a gospel group that's comprised of two sisters. No, their names are not Mary and Mary.
Well, that's disappointing.
I know, right?
Well, for many years, I thought I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Their name. I really thought that was their name.
Their last name is Campbell. Well, one of them, and her name is not Tisha. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I was disappointed by that as
well. But one half of the duo is currently going through a divorce. Now I know a lot of people.
Is it the one who set her husband classic car on fire?
I don't know. But I do know that a lot of people, when they think of the Christian faith and they think of people who are a part of the clergy or have some type of prominence in the church, that it's just so taboo that you just gotta stick it out. But while she's going through a divorce, the other half of the group is celebrating 27 years.
Wow.
Of marriage and planning a vow renewal ceremony. So in one group, you have two different aspects of that. But let's talk about being
her
able
husband was a cheater.
Yes, but
being able. If her husband was, she's the one who set his car on fire. He was a classic Mustang.
But being able
she bought it, but.
Being able to step away from unhealthy relationships, because this is also a gentleman that while she was on tour, was a philanderer. And I did look this up because there were a lot of people saying it online, and I don't like to put forth rumors, but I guess at some point they had a reality TV show and it was chronicled on the reality TV show. But he was sharing the marital bed with her friend, and she walked in.
Oh, Jesus. Woo, Lord.
Friend, where have you been?
She would have been in the upper room.
Sweet baby Jesus.
That would have been a time I would have been on bended knee begging for forgiveness, because ain't no way.
Now from the
But
book
that
of
level of disrespect,
now from the book of Galatians 17.
You know what I'm saying? That level of disrespect that he's displaying says that the marriage had been broken down for quite some time. And that, so it's okay. So we went over the 5 C's on my show, with you know, compatibility, communication, care. What was the other 2? I gotta cheat. And, but the thing that gets me with this is that people feel like God has to pick their mate. No, he's not taking on that responsibility. Compatibility, commitment, care, communication, and compromise. Those are the 5 C's that go into making a marriage. When you see that a man up front, because we ignore red flags because we're women and we want to see his potential, and we take the potential that he could be. We all have potential, you know, and we want to call it a work in progress instead of recognizing that you either are or you aren't. So it sounds like she saw his potential and she ignored a whole bunch of red flags and married him anyway because he was cute. And so only the problem is after you marry him, with all of those little things that you've over ignored, now are to the 10th power, because now he has no reason to hold back. So all those little bad habits you saw that he's going to change. I'm just going to mold him. I'm going to make him the man that he's supposed to be. You know what? I'm just going to love him through. You know, you get the one that wants to love him through it all too. She ends up the craziest when it's all over.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And that sounds like this is what's happening here. So now he's gotten down to, I'm going to really disrespect her. I'm going to really, he's gotten away with too much. And the moment they get away with it like that, the moment you don't check them the first time, it snowballs. And my feeling is, I had a guy say to me, why don't we, maybe we should go to couples counseling. What? First of all, we're only dating. And if we got to go to couples counseling for me to understand what you're saying, then that means we do not need to be together at all. There's no couples counseling for dating. Nobody's husband.
The counseling is moving on to the next person.
The counseling is
the counseling is you moving on to the next person. Because I think people confuse dating, because dating is it's shopping.
Right.
It is shopping.
You being interviewed, basically.
Right. Now, one thing that I will say about the Campbell family from the group Very Married is that I have come across a lot of women that are this way, where they feel like, because I grew up in the church, because I'm currently in the church, I've gotten married in front of the church, I got to stick by this man, because all of the women in this family have been cheated on multiple times. And they just it is public, and they like, he's a man, Savannah, I'm gonna stick by him. The devil is a lie.
He's a good man. Somewhere in there.
I have met people, and I do have a relative that is like this currently, and I'm like, girl, I know that I share blood with your husband. You want me to help you escape? I will, because I told you he wasn't worth 2 pennies rubbing together before you walk down the aisle, but you want the pretty dress. So here we go. But I think people need to let go of, because you are Christian, that means that all of your relationships are going to be glorious, that that you're not going to have ups and downs. And I think far too many people go into that trap. So when things like this happen, you have some women, this is not always the case, that blame themselves, like, oh, well, if I just fix this, he won't do it again. No, honey, he got a wayward PP. It's going to stay wayward.
Yes.
But you also have to look at the before you even get to the relationship like that, you have to look at the relationships with friends and family, because even in that situation, not all relationships are worth keeping, because on this journey as a Christian, you can't take everybody with you.
It's true.
Everybody's not meant to go where you're going.
But I find people with abandonment issues are the most likely to hold on to a relationship and fight to the bitter end, even when all signs point to let go. We don't want to let go because we've been let go of, and we feel that, you know, we have to hold tightly onto relationships because we're afraid of being alone. You know, we were afraid of someone leaving us or being abandoned. So we become performance. You go through performance anxiety because you're constantly performing for people, and you're constantly trying to convert yourself and assess what these people want you to be. Okay, what does she need from me? What does he need from me? You know, I have to change. I have to conform to this because I am not good enough to have someone love me or treat me with respect or you know what I mean, or approach me correctly. I'm not worthy of that because somewhere inside there's still a broken little child that has not reconciled who they truly are. See, there's who you are born to be and who you conform to be. Amen. Mm-hmm. So and they're not the same. Some people go through life not knowing who they are truly meant to be. That's why you have a doctor somebody will grow up and become a doctor because that's what his family wanted him to be. That'll later become an artist because that's who God chose him to be. So there are people that Satan will assign to interfere with your destiny. Destiny is not something that we create. Destiny is something that is assigned to us, and you can miss your destiny by not knowing who you are. See, if you know who you are, then you know who you are, what you're not going to put up with. You know what's not coming into your life. And as the man of God just said, you know how to walk away. You know when to hold them, you know when to fold them, you know when to walk away, and you definitely know when to run.
Also, and some of y'all might want to come out the bag on me with this. I don't care. I don't care. Some people don't know what a relationship is. Some people aren't looking for a partner. They're looking for a servant. They're looking for an accessory. There was a time where men who wanted to be executives would get a wife because they wanted that look. That's no different than in the church. There are people who are like, you know what? I want to be pastor one day, so I got to get me a wife or I got to get me a husband. No, you don't. And big elephant in the room. Some of y'all think that you love your partners and you're really there to sabotage. Some of y'all are jealous of your partners. And with this instance with Teddy, that's married to the young lady from Mary. It's in doing my research, it's very, very clear.
That's the one.
He was very jealous. He wanted the career that his wife ended up with. So instead of collaborating with her and then becoming that power couple and helping each other, he decided, you know what? You got all this success over here. You got all this respect over here. I'm going to make you as small as possible over here. And I think far too often people forget that Christianity is not a cloak. It is not a costume that all of a sudden makes you impenetrable to being a human being. All the trappings of humanity you will still have because you're still encased in the flesh. You have free will to make these choices, and you could be Christian and make all the wrong choices. And I'm gonna say this, ladies.
Choices, you know,
or the right choices. And I'm gonna say this, ladies. If you're going to join the church for yourself. Please stop flocking to the church houses because you think you are going to find the bestest man ever, and you're going to ride off into the sunset.
Because the church is a hospital full of sick people.
I tell people that all the time.
You don't know what they got, what kind of psychosis is going on. Not that there are not saved men in the church, but you have to really seek the Lord. And here's the thing, the church has to own responsibility for not teaching the flock how to select. There is a selection process. We don't drive that home. We're too busy passing the offering plate. And we need to be educating our flock as to what the status quo is in terms of choosing a mate so that we can cut down on some of these divorces.
And a lot of people, and I say that don't do that, because when you go into any situation with whatever your goal is, that's what your focus is. So if you are stuck on, I got to get a husband, I got to get a wife, you're going to miss the learning, the lessons, the community building, everything else that you may need to become a better version of you. Everything that you need to further build your foundation. Because when you have a goal and you go into a place, it's no different than when you going into the grocery store. You have an idea of, okay, this is what I want to make for the week to eat. So you know the aisles to go down. If you're going into the church house with, I need to find a mate, I need to find a mate, that's going to be your whole focus, and you're going to miss any and everything else, including the fact that you might be trying to pick a mate from the triage section of church and they ain't even been diagnosed yet.
The island of misfit toys.
Ladies, to put it more succinctly, the egg don't swim to the sperm. So stop looking and be found. But you got to make yourself findable to the right person. Right. Whether it's inside the church or outside the church. If you like doing ratchet shit, you're gonna attract ratchet men. Right, if you like doing wholesome stuff, you're gonna find a wholesome man. Now, what you gotta understand? What you gotta understand? There will be wolves in sheep clothing. True. Who will come to try to distract you and keep you away from your real mate. But you gotta have a clear mind to know when to say, okay, this isn't the one for me. I've been with him for this amount of time, and I can see clearly. You know, don't be fooled by his good looks. You know, his smooth words or all of that. Mm-hmm. Seek within. Find out if he has a mother and how he treats her, or how he talks to other women that he knows. Because if he uses the word bitch way too frequently, that's a telltale
or at all, you should not be going with.
First of all, you don't. That's a telltale. But hold on, you don't have to really make yourself. You don't even have to put yourself out there. Okay, mm-hmm. the person. If they're
I wouldn't say put yourself out there.
No, I'm saying like making yourself available, like because there's some people that are like, I don't want to leave the house. That's what I'm referring to, because your person will find you. Your person that. Will find you.
When you're not looking is when you find it.
Not even grocery store or work. I don't leave the house. I was chilling on the
couch. Grocery store, work, wherever. And that was my point.
And was
furniture
found.
Store, grocery store.
But there are people that really think that they have to go out and be places, but also allow yourself to gain wisdom. I think far too often we learn, but we don't gain wisdom. And when you gain wisdom, you also gain discernment. Yes. That is beyond a gut feeling. And that discernment can literally be a life saver, because that's truly what starts to separate you from the rest of them, because you can discern what's for you for a limited time, for additional education, and what's for you for the long time, that is for partnership. Because yes, there are people, just like we said, there are seasons in our life, but there are people that come just to teach you a lesson and to keep on going. And far too often we make the mistake of trying to hold on to that lesson. That was a semester class, baby. That's not a lifelong journey. No different than when we were in high school and we knew, okay, we got to take this class for this amount of credits. We have to. And can it be hard? Yes.
Some of y'all been in the 9th grade for 6 years.
And you need to go within. So the Bible says that when the king put out a call, because, you know, he got divorced from Vashti because she was unacceptable as a wife. She was haughty and arrogant, and she refused him and all this. And so for whatever reason, God caused that marriage to break. And it was for the purpose of him finding Esther. So Esther and all of these 123 provinces, they had women coming from. And so the Bible says it took them all a year to prepare. It took her 6 months. So when we go within and allow God to do work in us, and I'm speaking 6 months metaphorically because some of us need a lot of work. You got to let God turn the you that you are into the woman that you're meant to become. And that's far different. Sometimes it doesn't take getting knocked around for that woman to emerge. Sometimes it takes going in and allowing God to do a work in you. Work with the memories of your childhood, the work with the image that he's trying to prepare you to. He might want you to lose a little weight. He might want you, allow God to prepare you to be a wife. It's more to being a wife than just, having a hot body or getting a BBL or whatever they're getting out here. There's more to that. Character matters to God. And then when you go within and allow God to develop some character in you, the Bible says that the heart of her husband does faithfully trust in her, for she will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. So some of us need a character change. Some of us need an overhaul. The darkness in us has overshadowed who we are. Paul said, the good that I would do, I don't do. The evil that I will not to do, that I practice. And sometimes
now what I will,
don't get me started preaching.
Please don't, because what I will say, what I will say is these same rules and principles apply to my atheist friends, my agnostic friends, my pagan friends, my witch friends. These same rules for relationships apply to you too. So oh yeah, I do.
Got some Wiccans.
And I don't judge. I don't judge them.
Y'all got to get with it too.
Wiccans. Y'all got to find a mate too. I don't care who you worship. That's on you.
That's right.
Whatever your weight is, that's on you. But you have to apply these same principles to your walk and for a mate.
You don't want this man talking about you a real broom rider.
Right.
We need to be. We
want the spirits that you worship and pray to and feed to be kind to you as well, to guide you in the right way. So I don't want you to just think that this is all just a Christian religion, this, that, and the other, that we trying to pounce on anybody, because that's not what we're about. Because the Bible says, let who will come.
Well, I'm not even speaking from the standpoint of Christianity so much as right and wrong. There is a dark side to all of us, period. That is the nature of the beast. And so that side has to be brought under subjection. And when you bring that side under subjection, a certain character has to come out. In other words, to walk in humanity, we must be humane. And a lot of us are not humane. And that has to do with choices that we've made. Some things that we've chosen in life has made us hard. And everybody, atheist or not, knows that there is a dark side in this world. And it's after your ability to love. My Bible, because I can speak from my Bible because I'm a Christian, says love begets love. Love is something that is universal. It's what brought us into being. And so when you lose your ability to love because someone has beat that out of you or someone has forced that out of you, then you're almost inhuman.
Well, I don't know if love brought us all into this world. It's because my mom was a perpetual side chick. That's all I'm gonna say.
She still loved. She had the ability to love.
That's
and
right.
she was in love when she brought you into this world. But also, I think when
I was born in November. They was doing it in February around Valentine's Day. Let's just know.
Yes, but I also think that people need to realize, because we hear so much the adage of, especially men. We know it's not all men. no hit dogs, don't holler. Go, well, she needs to be my peace. She needs to, you also need to, first of all, we are our own peace, and we are to bring peace to one another. But people need to get out of the mindset that a relationship, let alone a marriage, is going to be easy, that there won't be conflict, that there won't be critiques. And hear this and receive this. Some of y'all got friends that are lying to you. Some of y'all are going into relationships thinking that you're great communicators, where you got people around you that wear the label of friend that don't care about you, so they're not going to correct you.
That's right.
There are behaviors that you have that are detrimental, but these people don't care because they're getting something out of you. And when becoming a couple, let alone a married couple, if you can't be a united front, or if your respect is conditional, if you're willing to be publicly disrespectful to your mate because you're upset, or you're willing to throw them under the bus because you're upset, or you don't like them that day, or you want to align with everybody else, you just need to be a hermit. You need to be a hermit, because the amount of videos I see just online alone of people going out of their way to disrespect their mates, or going, well, I've known my mom longer, I've known my best friend longer. Go marry them.
I was literally listening to one of those talk shows, like Brook and Jubal, where the guy was calling to find out why the woman didn't want to go on a second date with him. She wasn't answering the phone, whatever. They got her on the phone. She said he was a mama's boy.
He's a man baby.
Because his whole story didn't line up with, what she said. First date, his mom wanted him to drop him off at somebody's house.
Oh, Lord.
He's like, okay, it's on the way. When she got ready to get out the car, oh, by the way, he made his date sit in the back seat. And when she got ready to get out the car, he kissed her on the mouth.
His mom?
Her mother?
Yes.
His biological mother?
Yes.
On purpose?
Ew.
On purpose.
Yes.
Ew.
But the disrespect started when she couldn't take an Uber or wherever. I understand it's your mama. I don't care if it is on the way, mama, this is the first date. She answered the door anyway. But once you told her yes, and then she sat in the front seat, date over. Date is over, ladies.
Yeah.
I love, look, as much as I love my mother, God rest her soul, ain't no way in hell she was getting in the front seat. No way.
No.
And I'm glad you said that, because I've been criticized over the years, like when I've been riding with my sons or my daughters and their mates or whatever, and people be like, oh, well, I saw you get out the back seat. First of all, they asked me, where would you like to sit? First of all, I tell my kids as soon as they got their license,
that's different.
I'm going to be Miss Daisy. I'm always gonna sit in the back. It could just be two of us in the car, okay? I want the full experience y'all got when I had to drive y'all around. I'm sitting in the back. I'm asking to stop at McDonald's. I'm doing all the things.
I was about to say, my
mom would have insisted on. I think that it's weird. Like, I don't want to break up whatever vibe they have going on. Like, yes, it's generally, if I'm riding with them, my kids are like, hey, I want you to ride with us because of whatever reason. Y'all were a couple. Y'all sit up there and y'all chit chat, because I'm going to be in the back, because I done made y'all stop and get me some snacks for, even if it's a 2-minute ride. Because
you still talking about the boy and his mama? That needs to be, that boy and that mama needs to be broke up. He's a man baby. He's not going to be fit to marry anyone, let alone date somebody. She's not. He had a problem.
And he had a problem with the fact that she had a problem with that. I don't want a second date with her now because she's not the person I thought she was. Sir, you kissed your mama in the mouth.
Ain't nobody dealing with that.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody. I
was gonna say the fact that she said shotgun was the tip of the iceberg here. I think we're
right.
Now, once upon a time, I did date someone, and this, of course, it's from my Frankfort, Kentucky Chronicles. That was a wild time. That was a
from
wild
the
place.
Frankfort, Kentucky Chronicles.
But I dated someone, and oh my God, I'm not gonna say she wasn't a mama's girl. She wasn't. Her mother could not let go of her. Was she an only child? No. She wasn't even the baby. She was the middle child. Her mother wanted a key to my apartment. Did we live together? No. Why just need to be able to pop up over there if she's over there? Why?
You say.
Why? Like
that's not how anything works.
Like there
that's
were,
not how it works. That's not
like
any
one
of this
time
works.
her nephew had a dentist appointment coming up, and I was friends with her sister like for a long time. And her sister was like, "Hey, you know, I got 2 other kids. I got to take them here. Do you mind giving my son a ride to and from the dentist?" And I was like, "Okay, no problem." I had a doctor's appointment that was basically across the parking lot from where he had to go. So I was like, "Yeah, I'll take it." Why did the grandmama show up and wanted to sit in the back seat? Because she knew on the way back I was dropping off lunch to her. And I'm like, wow. And she's like, "Well, I just need to know that, make sure that you know what to order for her and get it right." Well, she texts me.
My goodness.
I can read and I can tell the people going through the drive-thru what she wants. Like, I'm not slow. Like, I'm a little naive, but I ain't slow. Like, I can read the order and order it. And at first I was like, "Oh, well, that's sweet." Because I don't know if anybody's ever been to the restaurant Cookout. Massive menu.
I'm sorry. We didn't live in the sticks.
Well, okay, fine. But massive menu. So I was like, and this was me trying to give people the benefit of the doubt, which I do. I'm working on it. I know I do that too often. But I was like, "Oh, maybe she wants to." And then I was like, "Wait a minute, she texted me what she wanted. I can just read it. I don't have to go through the whole menu, hold up the line, and try to figure out off this menu what she wants." And then after, she got mad. So I drop everybody back off at home. How she got my number, I don't know. But she called me. I just feel like it's disrespectful. And when we have Sunday dinner this Sunday, I feel like you need to come over because we need to talk about rules. You're not my mama. I'm grown and I'm paying these bills over here. What you mean we need to talk? And it's part of the reason why we broke up, because no, she wasn't a mama's girl, but she's like, "Oh, well, you have to understand, you know, my mom's old with a house full of people. Okay, you got other siblings. There's always people at your house. There's like 6 family members that live in the house with her. She got things to do." I was never disrespectful, but sweetheart, no. And when she came over to my apartment once, talking about she was running an inspection to make sure there was nothing that would hurt her baby.
Wait, whose baby? She had children?
No,
she's talking about the grown woman.
Wait a minute, the mother
wanted to come over to my house to check to make sure that I wouldn't have anything that would hurt her baby. Mind you, her baby was 6 years older than me, far more grown than me.
Wow.
And her baby repaired semis.
Wow.
You worried about them getting hurt at my house, but their whole career is on the side of the highway fixing semis.
You know, that's just lunacy. That just sounds crazy.
That she didn't want her moneymaker to die.
No, her moneymaker was her husband. He was an engineer for the state of Kentucky.
Oh, he was still alive? Oh, she just had issues then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I told you there were 6 people. Hold on. Sorry, 7 people that lived in the house. 6 of them were adults. 1 was a minor. The minor got a check for something. I don't know. Something happened.
That's not even a helicopter mom. That's a spaceship mom.
And then everybody else worked and contributed to the household, which I thought was, when I first met them, I was like, "Oh, that's cool." Because, you know, everybody wanted a pool. So they chipped in, got a pool. They wanted certain stuff. So with 6 people working in the house, they chip in. It's more affordable. They can get it. And then I realized this woman's name is on everybody's bank account. They can't move out because every time they thought about moving out, she would transfer most of their money out the bank. She was crazy.
Yeah, all right.
She's like, "Yeah, she's like, well, if you all get married, then you would need to put me on. I'm gonna put you on a t-shirt. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put you on a t-shirt and then officiate your funeral. That's what's going. You going to the upper room. You gonna be sitting there like, if anybody asks me where I'm going, I'm sending you up yonder expeditiously.
But you know what? You brought out a good point, woman of God, that this woman, it's so you don't know what kind of childhood your mate had. And you are not just, when you're dating that person, you're also dating the parents that raised them. You're also, or raised her. So the mindset that this person, it's nature versus nurture. Can I finish, man of God? Let me bring this scientific point home. So when you bring this person in your life, and they're a combination or a culmination of the persons that raised them, the environment they grew up in, and then whatever their mindset, what little there is of it, is in there. So you got all of this that you got to fight through just to get to know them. And you still won't know the real them until they discover who they are for real.
I can see your point. I can see your point there with you dating them, but dating the physical them. No, you're not. No, you're not. I wish you would come over to my house trying to. I wish you would come over to my house trying to tell me how to run it or how to date your child. I wish I swear for cheese and crackers, somebody going to the upper room.
Well, no, not the physical, but there are times that I can feel usually my daddy creeping out, not so much my mama.
I ain't met your daddy, so I don't.
My mama was
clearly. I've met your mama.
No, you haven't.
I've met your mama.
She felt like the way to solve everything was chocolate cake. Okay, I'm not doing that. Okay.
Your way to solve everything is with Reese cups.
Retail therapy.
Is not
I met your mama.
Chocolate cake. And she would get chocolate cake for the car so she could go and spend money. No. First of all, I don't like the outside like that. I'm not doing that. But there are times that I can feel my dad creeping out to deal with certain situations, and there are times I have to fight that urge to do that. Not so much because his way may be a wrong way, but because I have to sit and think, is this the right solution for me at this time? Just because that solution worked for him doesn't mean it's going to be for me. And what do I mean by that? Over the years, I have had to learn that for me, sometimes when getting advice, I'm window shopping how to use that advice. I'm window shopping and not really learning when to properly apply it. So I was applying advice incorrectly.
How did you deal with that partner when her mama came over and she was overstepping and infringing on your boundaries? How did you handle her? Did she have an understanding that this was wrong, or she thought it was normal?
Well, at first, I had a very knee-jerk reaction, and I did not know how to talk to her about it. So I did kind of avoid her for 2 or 3 days, and then I was like, you know what, we have to talk. And I explained to her that I was uncomfortable, but I didn't want to come off as disrespectful to her mother. I didn't. So I asked her, I said, there's your mother, you know her better. Can you give me advice on how to talk to her so we can have like a clear understanding of what's cool and what's not? And I was like, because I don't do that when I go to her house. I'm not overbearing. I'm not trying to take over.
So she lived with her mom.
No, her and her dad, and an uncle of theirs, they had 2 classic cars and like a vintage motorcycle that those were their projects. So a lot of times when I would get done doing what I would have to do, I would meet them over there because I had to pass there to get home anyway, hang out for a little bit and then go home. Like 2 or 3 times a week, but most of the time we were at each other's apartments.
Was her mama fine?
No.
Okay, because to solve that problem, you could have just leaned into it and said, "Are you coming over here so I can lay you down too?"
No, her mother. What was the teacher from the movie Matilda? Trunchbull. That's what she looked like. And that's pretty much what her attitude was. So in talking to her, we did, there was a lot of, oh, you're trying to get between me and my mom. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Oh, she said that to you?
Yes. And then that's when I was like, okay, this isn't going anywhere. Now, the saving grace is she did have a brother the baby who lives in Canada, that was in town with his best friend, and they were in another room. They came over to visit. I didn't know that they were in town, but I was like, okay, I need to talk to your sister real quick. If y'all just sit in the living room. And overheard was like, no, mom does this. This isn't cool. She's not being disrespectful, blah, blah, blah. But
I can see why he lived in Canada.
Yeah, it turned out that we just were not compatible, because although they could clearly see that their mother was overbearing, it's one of those, I can complain about my mother being overbearing. I can point it out, but I need you to just go along with it. And that just wasn't healthy for me.
So she wasn't going to step up to the plate and say, Mom, you're overstepping.
Only when it came to her, but not with anybody else. And it became clear. And unfortunately, I did find out a couple of years ago that after we broke up, it just went downhill, because she did end up moving back in with her mom, because her mom all of a sudden opened up some credit cards she wasn't supposed to open up and convinced her to pay off these bills. And by the time she got done paying all that, she couldn't afford to live on her own, which caused some substance abuse.
Oh, no.
Oh.
So,
wow.
Yeah, it got bad. But because like when trying to talk to her, and I'm the type of person, everybody tells me I'm not mean enough, that and I'm working on learning how to stand up for myself a little bit better. But I'm always leery. I always go through a period of time where I need to really sit and think, is this my fault? Did I misstep? Should I have spoken up before? So if I did not cut something off, now when I approach it, I know that I need to approach it differently. And I do know in that situation, I should have sat down and spoken to her like a couple months before I did. But I was still trying to learn their family dynamic. And I wanted to make sure that I wasn't misreading the room. Because I never really had any, outside of that one phone call, any one-on-one time with her mother. So I needed to sit and go, okay, when she was talking, let me make sure that I'm remembering correct, that she was talking directly to me, that she wasn't talking to somebody else in the room. And so I had to go through all of that. I learned now, don't wait so long.
Well, it sounds like no matter what time you spoke up, this dynamic was already in play. It had been there for quite some time. You were still going to come head to head with that, no matter which way it went. If you addressed it sooner, it was going to be head to head, because this is learned behavior. This is their environment, and this is how she thrived. So she didn't know any other way to be, and wasn't willing to change either.
Yeah. Now the older sibling and the younger sibling, they were just like, and right before we split, because the mother, she was a doozy. The older sibling, very much so, married with 3 children. And the older sister had dated this guy for a while, like in high school. At this point in time, the older sister was either 15 or 16 years that they were married. Not 100% sure. Well over a decade. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
The ex-boyfriend from high school was coming into town. The mother was like, yeah, him and his family are going to come stay with us because I miss him. He was so great. Ma'am, they broke up before they graduated high school. How are you still in contact with them? And why is he and his new wife willing to be in contact?
It sounds real messy. Sounds like the mother was very messy.
Yes. Oh, y'all, we have a bit of an update. So President Donald Trump Sr. plans to recite Bible verse during marathon reading after his feud with Pope Leo.
Excuse me?
Oh. Okay.
What?
President Donald Trump Sr. is slated to participate.
We talking about the man that held the Bible upside down?
Yes. America Reads the Bible week-long live stream. Event organizers announced via its website on Friday, April 17th, that Trump 79 would be among the readers for the live stream on Tuesday, April 21st. That's my aunt's birthday. So I'm gonna tune in because I got to see this.
He go United States of to Koresh.
Because he's saying he's not going to read. The website is saying he's going to read it. Trump is saying he's going to recite from the Bible.
Oh hell, it's gonna be another Pulp Fiction fiasco.
And that's on the
Is it
21st?
now? Which he's not saying which Bible he's gonna recite from though, and
Yeah,
what version we're going to hear. He might have his own version.
Oh, he definitely got his own version.
Allah.
I mean, he sold a version of the Bible with a revised Constitution and Bill of Rights in it.
Maybe it'll be the Gideon Bible. We'll get lucky. Who knows?
Somebody put in the chat, C-Spot run.
Okay, yeah, it's the 21st. I'm marking this down. But
yes, Miss Lyles, I beg your finest pardon.
She put C-Spot. It's funny.
And they're gonna do it on the National Mall.
Oh Jesus Christ!
You're gonna do it where now?
Okay,
on the National Mall. His portion will be on the National. Oh boy!
Why don't he do it where he gonna put the UFC ring at? By the way, have you anybody seen that how tacky that's gonna look?
Yes, I saw the mock-up for it.
The lighting structure and everything is taller than the White House.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my Lord Jesus!
What was left of the White House? Because
yeah, he done tore down the East Wing and all that.
Yeah, we're kind of missing part of it.
A little bit.
Oh, and newsflash, it has been confirmed Melania Trump's accent is fake.
I beg your where's
the Slovenian accent is not the accent that she has. There are some women who decided to take a girls' trip for their words, not mine, research purposes. They called it the Please Take Melania Back trip. They went to Slovenia and they said nobody over there speaks in cursive like she does. And the people over there like,
oh God,
no backsies. We lost the receipt. You can't return her. Y'all done had her longer than 90 days.
You know what an accent sound like to me? Anybody ever remember that episode of the Flintstones where Jay Bonrock was in there?
Oh yeah.
You're stupid good looking, Jay Bonrock. She sounded like the woman that was in there, the spy. You stupid good looking.
There's there also in Frankfort, Kentucky, there was for a short period of time a woman who lived across the hall from me. Now I know her husband had a heavy accent. I heard him talk twice. I never got a chance to meet him. And she had a very, very heavy Irish accent. Their child picked up on both of their accents when learning to talk. The child was like 3 years old and combined it. And that's what she sounds like. She sounds like somebody whose parents have two different, very heavy accents, and she's just now learning how to speak. And she's speaking in cursive. But that cursive that before you learn how to write and read cursive, when you used to pretend that you was writing like an adult where it's just squiggly line, that's how she talks.
Beg your finest pardon. That's how I still write.
That I wasn't gonna out you like that.
Yeah, but I mean, basically what she's saying is that she talks in squiggly lines.
She does.
Yeah,
like not even cursive. It's just squiggly lines.
And I feel bad for her because it seems like she's being penalized because of who she's married to. Also,
well,
she's like, I'm stuck with him. Y'all get him for 3 years.
It's the thing. She is one of the few women that was able to quickly infiltrate his world and navigate it impeccably, because it's been confirmed through court documents that he does go to her for he seeks her approval and guidance. So the moves that he makes, she's signing off on them. She is the puppeteer.
I mean, I think they get along because they don't look like they. When
she can't. She can't stand it. She can't stand it.
That's what it really seems obvious.
She waiting on that greasy cheeseburger too.
Yeah, she's like,
because when she came out, was like, yes, my name has never been in court documents or FBI. I was like, oh, you throwing your husband underneath every bus.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of close knit honey bunny schnookums. Now,
see, that wasn't the moment for me. Tam. The moment for me was, I think every woman should have a chance to tell her story. Oh, you want them to all snitch on your husband? That's what you're saying.
That's why I was like, I think they're finally secretly going through a divorce, and she's like, I need this for the settlement.
Right.
I need this because who was it? I forget who it was. A former aide of hers was like, yeah. Every time he came around, she looked irritated, and she would just go, do what you want, do what you want. Just go over there.
She's
Natasha. It's Natasha.
Oh, she sounds like the Swedish chef is about to start singing.
To me, she reminds me of the parents from Peanuts. Wonk, 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 wonk,
I feel bad. I feel bad for her because I feel like people hate her because of who she's married to.
She could have had her pick of anybody else to marry.
People hate her because she's hateable. Let's just cut the truth.
I mean, let's just cut the truth. Yeah, that is true.
Oh.
She gave birth to the blueprint of what a Nazi looks like. Like Barron Trump looks like the poster child of Nazi.
He looks like Hitler's wet dream.
Oh Lord.
I'm just
but isn't he
blonde hair, blue eyes, 6 feet tall?
No, he suffers from an Oedipus complex.
Oh well, yeah, well, you know.
Nannies have spoken out about it. Even when I was following the case where he had called law enforcement regarding a honeypot situation over in the UK, and the guy was like, "Look, I'm not assaulting this woman. I'm trying to help you. She's trying to get you for money." Barron and Melania have a weird obsession with each other because Melania is out here talking about she still needs to be close to her son because at 20 years old, he needs her more than ever. There's pictures out there where different official photographers for the First Family have put out there where he's like between his mother's lap with his cell phone, like, yeah, mom, pose for me. It's weird.
Ew.
It's there.
He probably still showers with her.
Oh God.
Ew.
I got a story about that too, but that's for another show.
Lord.
Well, probably for the fortune no judgment.
Yeah, I was gonna say
fortune no judgment.
That's fortune no judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like, in that case, there's a level of dysfunction with it. Well, I mean, most families have some level of dysfunction. That's a high level of dysfunction because you got different mamas with different children, and he's trying to navigate with that and run the country. He's really up there in age. I mean, how was Reagan when he took office? I think he's about that old.
Well, I mean, Reagan had the Alzheimer's also. Just the difference is Nancy was like, I'm a cover for it. Like, I know y'all know that he's yeah, but she knew she was like, I know y'all know that he's ailing, but I'm gonna still do my best to run interference. Like, I'm not gonna put him out there.
Especially that second term, you knew something was wrong.
Yeah.
Let me see what my spiritual advisor / zodiac / medium says.
But I call her melanoma. Melanoma don't care. She like, yes, Donald, yes. You fat tan keep you warm. You fat get away.
Oh.
Somebody bring him a greasy cheeseburger, please.
It's just incredible that we're talking about this man as our president. With everything that's happening.
This is something
he got back in a second time is just it's unbelievable.
And it's because everybody knows that he would lose to a man because the United States is not ready for a woman president. They would rather let the patriarchy and people
if Biden ran against him in Biden's state, I think Biden would have been.
And when people encourage Biden to step down, the people that I'm talking about, I'm not talking about the MAGA faction of the current iteration of the GOP. I am talking about the Jill Stein sycophants. I'm talking about the faux Democrat crowd, the people that are still going, well, yeah, I see what's going on, but Kamala, they're not in office. They're not in office. They have nothing to do with this. And that's who wanted him out, because these are people that were looking at the potential for them to continue to grift and the amount of money and exposure they would get from another Trump regime. What they were not factoring
the sad
in.
part is she could have won. She had.
These are the same people. These are the same people who sit around now that Trump has destroyed the economy, where we're technically bankrupt, going, well, where is Kamala Harris? She's where y'all wanted her to be at home.
Right. She could have.
She's a private citizen.
She could have selected our governor, Josh Shapiro, and there's no way on this side of heaven Trump would have beat them. Especially with Josh. Josh is a rock star. Our governor is a.
I think she made the right choice with Tim Walz.
But
I don't even know who that running mate was.
They wouldn't.
Tim Walz.
But hold on,
he was a good man.
But they wouldn't have won with Josh Shapiro. Josh Shapiro was good on his own, and Josh Shapiro was good at the top of the ticket. When she was vetting Josh Shapiro, Josh was more concerned about the aesthetics of being the vice president and wanting to put his state on display in the
I'm gonna say, what the hell?
I hit my mouse on accident. In the vice president's residence, and he wasn't able. He wanted to have just as much power as the president if he was going to be on the ticket with Kamala.
I think that's what her fear was.
In other words, Josh is still in a misogynistic phase, chauvinistic phase.
He did not want to relinquish. He was like, "Oh, we're going to be equals, right?" And she's like, "I can't give you that power," which is true. She can't.
But he said that when she came to Philly, she came up our town, right? And so when he had a conversation with her, he asked her about very specific things about the platform. So there's her version, and then there's our boy's version. And his version is that he wanted to get the job done. What do you need me to do? What about this? What about this? Is this on the ticket? He asked too many questions because he is a leader. And so
here's the thing. Josh,
she couldn't answer.
No, Josh forgot a few things. When he was vetted, he wasn't vetted alone. Other accounts came out, and other people have given feedback to Josh. Josh, I will give him credit. Josh has made some changes. Josh has made some changes in how he deals with people, especially women. But when he came out with that version, he was quickly fact-checked, and he forgot that he wasn't vetted alone. In the early days, the first round of vetting, and that's what he discussed in his book when he released it, he didn't discuss the rest of the vetting. And it's like, Josh, you did work through your misogyny. And I'm going to say, Mr. Shapiro, I'm proud of you for working through that misogyny, but it took you losing an opportunity for you to address the misogyny.
But it really wasn't an opportunity. If you're not going to listen, you got Allen Iverson on the team, let a player play. So, I mean, we know what we bring into the table. Philadelphia is very loyal. Pennsylvania is loyal. And so if you got our boy up there, you're going to get our 18 votes. Trust and believe. And then we're going to get some more. You want to pick a winner because, you were shooing. Trump was very scared when she was entertaining Josh Shapiro because he knew he couldn't beat that ticket. That ticket he was not going to win.
Well, he couldn't beat Mark Kelly either. But here's the thing. No, Mark Kelly didn't want to at that point in time. But here's the thing. They're not at the top of the ticket. She's at the top of the ticket. And unless they were going to swap roles, but
I think she could have been at the top of the ticket with him as a vice.
But no, what I'm saying is you can't rest everything on your VP. If you're at the top of the ticket, it should rest on what you bring to the table.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, true.
But also we as the voting public, we broke history with voter registration this last race to POTUS Mountain. But in breaking history and having the most people register to vote, they didn't show up to the polls.
Yeah.
That's the problem. We
a lot
can't
of people
do
didn't know her
all of
VP,
right. We
and
can't
turned
go to
off.
all of the rehearsals for the play and then don't show up to the play. Like we can't. We have to stop doing this. And for everybody, it's like, well, we need a third party. Then talk to your third parties, because in every district across the USA right now, we have working, viable politicians in multiple parties working, but they have to start from the ground up to get people knowing what their platforms are, get people comfortable with who their politicians are, instead of just popping up for the big dance and we have nobody. Plus, let's say we are able to get a non-Democrat, non-Republican president into office. What's going to be done? Because they don't have a supporting cast. That's why I kept laughing at Bernie Sanders' attempts, because okay, you get in there, you don't have enough independents on Capitol Hill to do anything. You're going to be a lame duck president, which makes us a lame duck country. And we don't need that. We don't need a standstill for 4 years.
That's right. I thought it was, to me, maybe because I'm from Philadelphia and I know Josh, I've met him, I really felt like it was a mistake. Because I know what our boy was bringing to the table. We know what we was putting down. In Pennsylvania, we know what we had. And so I felt like we'd had, they'd have been a dynamic duel. I really felt like they could have worked out whatever their stuff.
Josh had a tough lesson to learn. Josh does good work, but he was a little bit riddled with the misogyny. And I think, like I said, he had a lesson to learn.
Well,
and
she was also overly sensitive too. I mean, like, you got to know your stuff too. I mean, she in 7 months, she only had to prepare.
She was overly sensitive. And she was stupid because it took her too long to figure out that Biden was sabotaging her too. Because when I went over her memoir, somebody was like, "You're a little hard on Kamala." I said, because she went to the point where she's stupid. I said, I told y'all we're going to get to a point in the book where she's going to be stupid. And here we are. She's stupid. When she was on the campaign trail and let Joe Biden come out with her, and he's walking around not introducing her to anybody, so therefore face to face with people technically not endorsing her, girl, you should have denozoed her. And what do I mean? For those of y'all that watch NCIS, when Leroy Jethro Gibbs comes up, and that's what she should have did. And when before the debate, Joe Biden called her, getting in her head, yeah, I would have throat punched him. Because we like Joe Biden, but Joe Biden is not a cool person. He is not a good guy. He is not. Okay, he needs to be kicked in the front butt down the street.
I felt like she did have a lot against her. I did, but I still felt like if she had picked Josh Shapiro, she'd have got an AI. Now, AI was a problem child for our team, the 76ers, but he could play his behind off. When you want to win something, you got to let loose a champion. And I think that those two would have been an unbeatable team. Trump was scared. He was like, "Oh, please do something stupid. Don't take him. Pick somebody else." So if she had went with him, hands down, they'd have took him to the field. They'd have took him to task.
Remember that if she would have chosen Josh Shapiro, we would have got another flip. Josh would have been put at the top of the ticket. And that would have actually
no way he could have got to the top. How you figure?
He would have been marketed as the top of the ticket. And she would have been a one-term president, because when it came back to 2028, they would have built him at the top of the ticket. And I'm not saying that would have been a bad idea. I'm in agreement with that. But it would have been, because at the end of the day,
she won.
And I have a lot of respect for Kamala Harris. I do.
She had them 4 years.
She's too steeped in respectability politics. She's too concerned about, because I'm a Black woman, I don't want to be viewed this way. Girl, you trying to be president.
Right. She was trying to play their game their way. She had to play it a different way. You can't
be concerned about how you're viewed when you want to be the president, because we need the president to be willing to be our bad guy in a good way, not be our bad guy how Trump is doing it. Be our bad guy in a good way, because we need the president and Congress to make decisions for the betterment of us as the populace, which isn't always going to be popular with us. but be willing for people to be like, I ain't like that move, but that move kept you safe. That move kept things affordable. That move, kept us from being invaded. You may not like it, but if you're concerned about, they may not like me, you're not going to make the best moves for us. If you're doing everything to be liked by everybody, it's impossible to be liked by everybody all the time. It's impossible.
Y'all notice how the 3 guys are staying out of the black woman bashing?
Ain't nobody bashing her.
I'm not bashing her.
Yes, y'all have been.
No, that's not bashing. Being honest about somebody is not bashing, because there are moments in my life where I've been stupid, and if somebody goes and go,
not just that part.
From that to that,
I step back and listen to both of y'all.
That's not bashing.
Well, no, I think she had a shot at winning. I do. She only had 7 months to put a platform together. She put a platform together, and that was just like a miracle. But I feel like when you're handed a Hail Mary, you take that Hail Mary, because I think that they would have won. Trump was so scared that she came to Philly. He was, listen, if ever he peed his pants, that was the day. Because he knew what we was going to unleash. And I think that she would have had she'd have had a formidable team with him, because Josh is a fighter. Philadelphia, we're scrappers. We are scrappers. We will fight. And if we on your side, you got somebody on your side. You know what I mean? Like, even if he
peeing pants, if you all missed it, Steve Bannon peed his pants this week on TV.
Did not miss it at all.
Oh, wow.
I saw that.
I missed that. God damn it.
And if you out there listening, Governor, I love you, Governor.
And he had on light colored pants, by the way.
Josh is our boy.
You mean he was still in his dirty pee pants?
He was not wearing the pee pants.
He's still in his dirty pee pants.
He filled up the pee pants.
He's still in his dirty pee pants.
Y'all are special. Well, we're down to the final. We're down to the final 30 minutes. So at this point in time, we're going to get everybody's final thoughts. We're going to start with the 2 gentlemen that have been so silent.
Yes.
We'll start with the angry IT nerd, who George said looks like. Hold on, I got to go back to that comment because it was hilarious. Hold on. He said, "Why does angry look like Gandhi in the villain's view AI ad?"
Because I do, man.
The final thoughts, Mr. Angry IT nerd.
So, I was I know pretty much for the time I was quiet, because I know when to shut the fuck up. So I did, and I shut the fuck up because I know when to shut the fuck up. So that is what I did. So
can't take y'all nowhere.
My final thought is that know when to shut up, because the path of the righteous man knows how to shut the hell up.
All right.
That is my final thought.
General Gambit, your final thoughts?
Wow. How do I follow that up?
Yes.
Struggle love condoms.
I don't even
struggle love dental dams for knowing when to shut the fuck up.
know when to shut the fuck up. I don't even have one of those ready. That's the thing. I don't have anything like that. That's why I was quiet, is because whenever it doesn't apply to me, I just sit back and
Well, Inferno would like to have an update on your shin, Gambit.
How's your shin?
Oh, shin is much better now. Thank you.
Okay, it's back in business. So we'll
put it back in business when y'all buried
back to life. Thank you.
We did finish the funeral. The shin didn't get buried.
It was touch and go for a while. It was touch and go. So I'm glad it's starting to be on the road to recovery.
Yeah, we called the chaplain into the emergency room too quick.
That is my final thought. Thank you for the concern of my shit.
And for our guest co-host of the evening, Mr. Chaos King, your final thoughts.
Well, to fall in line with my dear friend and good brother, the angriest IT nerd on the East Coast, when two black women start talking about another black woman, know when to shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Because anything you say can and will be held against you in the court of a black woman. So shut the fuck up. Don't try to correct it. Just shut the fuck up. I don't care if you disagree with them or agree with them. Shut the fuck up. That's it. That's all. According to my brother Angry from the book of Shut the Fuck Up, shut the fuck up.
It's a struggle with y'all. Thank you. And to our guest of the night, thank you for sticking it out with us for twice now.
It sounds like he's saying that we would have gotten off of Kamala and jumped on him for talking about Kamala. We would have teamed them. Why are you saying it's about a black queen?
Exactly.
Hey, dude, about her that way.
Why y'all talking about another black queen like that? Shut the fuck up.
Exactly, man.
Everyone can get
criticism and us of going having a PMS moment and attacking them if they tried to attack her.
Right here, throw some candy in the floor and run out the room. Shit.
No, I mean you hear you know what I'm saying? You hear the bullets flying, man. You duck.
Absolutely. From the book of Galatians 17, verses 1 through 15. That's Glockations 17, 1 through 15.
Pastor G, your final thoughts on this evening, please.
I think it was a wonderful show. I enjoyed talking with each and every one of you, even the silent men when we start talking about a woman president. They did go a little silent on us. Yes, I appreciate you.
Got up and walked away.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, we did the smart thing. About
another woman.
We did the smart thing.
We are not going down that rabbit hole with them.
No.
Yeah, they pulled the Pastor G in here this week, but Taz will be here next week. She will give it to us. Yeah. Good night, Tracina. Good word from Tracina for the evening. Love yourself. See y'all in the corner in the morning. And always a pleasure, Pastor G, coming from Tracina in the comment section. I want to say this. It is a frustrating time right now. And there are a lot of things that we cannot control at the moment. We can point fingers about who voted for who and who voted for what. But at this point in time, we are all under this current regime. Focus on what you can control. Try to maneuver through what you cannot. You may have to alter your self-care. Maybe due to time constraints, maybe due to budgetary constraints, but do not give up on your self-care because you're going to need it more than ever. And your self-care may look different than anybody else's self-care. There's no rhyme or reason. There is no box to put it in or to draw out of. For instance, part of my self-care is research because it does bring me joy and it calms me and centers me. You may dance like nobody's watching, and that's part of your self-care, and that's fine. But do not forget to pour back into yourself. None of us are any good when we allow our cup to be empty. And to those who have a closeness with people, be willing and able to pour into each other. Do not just take sips of someone else's cup and not give back. Rugged individualism empties every cup in every pitcher. Humanity requires collaboration and cooperation. We are only as good as our brethren, our kindred. We do not live to ourselves and we will not die to ourselves as much, no matter how much we try to convince ourselves that we will.
That's true.
Whether you are Christian, atheist, Buddhist, Hindu, Muslim, whether you are none of the above, at the end of the day, try to keep your faith in humanity, even if it's just the humanity that remains residing inside of you. It can be hard, and it does get hard when you're faced with the increased obstacles that we have right now. You are not weak when you need to take a moment and take a step back. You are not weak when you must lean on someone else. We talk about the 80-20 rule only when it comes to romantic relationships, but it applies to any relationship that brings someone close to you. Because if you are close to me and today you're only at 20%, me saying you're my friend means that I will be that 80% for you. So lean on me. And maybe tomorrow we'll both be at 50% and we can hold each other up. Also, there is no age limit on learning, there is no age limit on growth. Do not be ashamed to, for the first time, learn something today that you did not know yesterday. Do not be afraid to water yourself and to allow others to water you so that you can grow. Growth hurts, but it is a pain that is good, a pain that is beneficial. Because just like when you went from being a child into an adult, you had growing pains because of growth spurts. Look where it brought you and think about how much further it is that you can go. Do not buy into the adage that there is a cap on where you can go and when you can get there. Some of the greatest beings that we hold up did not get their start, did not get notoriety, did not get courage to do those things until they were older, or as my grandparents used to say, a little long in the tooth. But do not feel shame because your timeline is different than someone else's. Mental health is going to be under attack for a while.
Yes.
So I'm telling you all these things so that you can prepare yourself and you can make sure that your community is built brick by brick, just like y'all build your algorithms and your FYPs brick by brick. Build your community brick by brick because we are going to need community more than ever. And community building does not happen at the protest, it is to happen before that. Community building does not happen when you're already hitting rock bottom, it happens before then. I joke and say that to me, everybody is friend shaped. I do mean that. But I say that is reminding you be open to talk to that person in the grocery store, to talk and ask that person when you're waiting for the Uber or the bus or the train how they're doing. Because that person that you look at as a stranger today could be that post, that strength that you need to lean on tomorrow, or the both of you are leaning on each other
We
for the
are a
next
brother's
little
keeper.
while. But life gives you enough fear Do not add any more onto it. You can do this. You got this. And you got this because we got this. We are literally all in this together. We're all parts of one big machine. And it takes all of us to get that machine up and running and to keep it running. But we can push the pause button on your section when need be. There's no shame in that. Now, with that being said, thank you all for joining. And yes, we're ending just a little bit soon tonight because we do need to do a check-in on our good brother in the guild tonight. But thank you all for listening over the radio airwaves at GCPR.live and for listening and watching from all over the social media sphere. Once we are concluded tonight, you will be joined after a brief recess by Mr. T. Nathan for Conversations with T. Nathan. And bright and early tomorrow will be The Sound of Coffee. And word on the curb is there's going to be some musical mischief afoot in the morning, as you discuss misunderstandings and furniture moving. And at the 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will have the Taz Effect with Mutual Aid Monday. And if you are in the Tazisms Discord, please make sure if you need your name added to Mutual Aid Monday for the broadcast, please put the information in there. And I know generally we just close by saying villains out. But tonight, I truly, truly, truly want you to take in what I tell you every day, but really take it in tonight. As you venture out and begin your week, remember, each one teach one, each one reach one. Because we cannot afford to lose our humanity. It's the greatest thing that we have left. So, with that, good night to all, and to all a good night.
Good night.
We're out, y'all.
We out, bitches.